Good.
Looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. I touched it. I breathed on it. Okay, we're good. We're back?
No?
Yeah. No,
Yeah. Okay. All right.
All right, let's start this thing. Guys, welcome to another episode of Make Poor Choices. We are back. And this time, this is a fun one.
What's so fun
That's
about
it? That's all you got?
That's all I got. But
All right. This is a fun one.
here's why.
Choose your own adventure.
We get to do everybody's favorite thing and eat.
Well, first off, we're going to do a little bit of something. We have a special bartender coming in to make us some drinks to go with what we're eating.
Oh.
But we're featuring, Bryce, you went out onto Reddit and you happened to get some feedback. So what are the finalists on the restaurants that we had?
So I created the Make Poor Choices Reddit account, and I posted on the Long Beach subreddit of just to see, kind of get a feedback from the community. They always do, like, someone will post, like, hey, where can I find the best burrito or breakfast burrito or whatever? And I was like, that'd be a good starting point. There's a lot of places to choose from. I figured we get a lot of feedback, a lot of interaction. Someone was even like, hey, man, why don't you look at the previous post? And I was like, all right.
Dozens of people battling it, right?
Oh, there was plenty of comments, a lot of people interacting. And it was definitely okay, this is kind of a help us, help you type thing. We're trying to get our name out there, but a lot of positive feedback. So the two places that were the most upvoted, as they say, so it's kind of like a voting system. You upvote if you like it, downvote if you don't like them or you hate them. And the most two recommended places were El Sauz or El Sauz. Fuck, we're gonna butcher that one.
That's
So,
all right. That's all right. They're gonna
Sauz?
enjoy the free publicity.
El Sauz, okay. And then Taqueria La Mexicana, which is number numero dos, as they say. And that one was off of 4th and Coronado.
I was really scared when I picked up the food. I went to the wrong one, and I wasn't going to tell you guys, but...
You did not.
No, I went to the right one.
Yeah.
But the thought did go through my head. I was like, they'll never know.
So those were the two places that were I mean, we had probably 15 to 20 good recommendations of places, but those were the ones that were kind of voted the highest. So that's where we went with, and we got some good burritos, and I can't wait to try them, and eventually go back to the other places.
So here's what we got. I think we got a carne asada burrito, all meat. We got a shredded chicken burrito from Taqueria. We got a California burrito, but sub al pastor with the place we cannot say.
El Sauz? Yeah, Sauz.
That's what they're famous for.
That was shout out gender bong conforming.
Thanks, man.
He was the one that subbed the asada for the pastor.
They were ecstatic when I went in there. I was like, hey, you guys known for anything? As soon as I said the shrimp, they're like, oh, that's the one.
That's the one. Cool.
Yeah.
Good.
Looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. I touched it. I breathed on it. Okay, we're good. We're back?
No?
Yeah. No,
Yeah. Okay. All right. And then also in that post, I found Paulette, whose user is Look It's Poo.
She's going to be our bartender today, right?
She is the bartender who's coming on today.
That's an adorable little name. I
And,
wonder how she came up with that. Maybe she'll tell us.
I think she had a separate post about how she was a bartender in the area and was making her own cocktails. And I was like, this is someone who should come make us cocktails. So I reached out to her. She was very positive, very excited to do it. And we were able to set that up. So she comes in today and shows us how to make some cocktails.
She's bringing us drinks?
Yes.
Okay.
And she gives us a little history lesson on the mezcal, the creation of it. What's the difference between that and tequila, and some good times. She makes some really good drinks. So
cool.
I think, I don't know, that's in the future.
Anyway,
that's our guest for today.
That's our guest for today, and we're gonna go ahead and cut to that now. We are doing these segments a little different this time. We're gonna kind of break them up, and we want to go ahead and bring you that. So, hey, everybody, welcome, Paulette. Do you work at Bamboo? Is that what you said?
Yeah, I work at two local bars here in Long Beach, Bamboo Club and The Ordinary. So, two completely different
Okay,
scenes.
how do you say it? It's The Ordinary, not The Ordinaire?
It's not The Ordinary. It's Old English, actually, essentially. So, that's why Ordinary were essentially like community centers, kind of.
That place is pretty cool.
They bring on the community, they feed them, they entertain them. It's like a mandate by the by every community kind of like area.
Okay.
That they had to bring in some kind of center where everyone could kind of commune.
So after this whole COVID thing,
yeah,
are you still? I mean, are you guys doing to-go things at all? Are you guys not even open right now?
No, actually, honestly, both of them are open. We're kind of doing our own swings with things, being a part of the community. Honestly, big part. Honestly, the Ordinary is doing the World Center Kitchen, which kind of does feeds anyone in need right now at the moment. And they've been launching out of their kitchen. Their whole full staff, the whole back of the house has been staffed the whole time. Luckily, because of the fact that they've been rolling out so much food out there. And then they're also doing the corner store and USPG, working with them. So the Ordinary's been rocking and rolling and working the whole entire time.
Okay, good. So at least it's nice to hear something didn't shut down yet.
Yeah, no, that was good. Bamboo has been doing their weekend.
Now, real quick though, I mean, it's been a lot crazy last few weeks. We got the riots and all the looters right now. How's that down there? Affecting you guys at all?
I mean, I've been keeping up. I'm just making sure to communicate with both my bosses and both the owners from both places. And Ordinary, they boarded up. They survived the whole mess, and it was next to the promenade, so the promenade seemed to be safe for the most part. It didn't really get hit. I mean, that's what I heard. I walked by it the first day of the protests, and I was kind of just making sure because it was right at the end of the protests.
Yeah.
So I just finished the protests, and I just seen like people dining in a restaurant, and then literally I walked through the promenade, and I was like, okay, we're good. We're chilling, and then like we turned the left on on 3rd Street in that little like men's warehouse thingy or like suite or whatever it's called.
It was up in flames.
No, they were ripping that shit apart. They were like ripping down doors, and I was like, "What's happening?" Because I didn't know this guy running past me drops like a coat hanger, and I was like, "What kind of asshole litters right now? Like we're not littering right now." My friend was like, "Hey, like don't." Oh, no, this guy's looting. He's not littering, he's looting. And I was like, oh, and I look up and people are just running out of the windows.
I would be devastated to be a business owner down there and you've been closed for 2 months and now this is the week and you're going to make a little bit of money,
finally,
and then this happens.
Yeah.
It was insane. I mean, it was just not fun for me to see, at least, and like to witness, and kind of, I got riled up and I was yelling at them and like,
100%.
Get the fuck out of there kind of shit. But
well, thank God your places are still safe. So both your jobs.
Yeah. Oh no, they're good. Bamboo. I had one of my security guards. He was hunkered down like with his little bat, dude. He was.
For him.
Could you imagine being a
Shout out to me.
Could you imagine being a security guard right now? Like, you didn't sign up for that. Like, you kind of did, but you didn't realize what it was going to turn into.
Absolutely.
It's another level.
Yeah.
It's another level of having to deter.
I wanted to be,
He just did it out of respect. Like, he loves the owners. He loves Bamboo.
Awesome.
Like, we're all family there, kind of stuff.
Yeah,
awesome.
for sure.
Really cool.
He's protecting his own. Like, it was insane. So, I mean, the 7-Eleven got hit by there. Like a bunch of stuff on Hanaheim right next to Bamboo got hit. So it's like they're just the fortunate ones, I suppose. And for the ones that didn't, like, it just my heart's out for them.
Yeah.
Very cool. Well,
we can't wait to get back out once things start opening up and support these businesses. And
we went out to go help clean the next day, and then when there's like a tiny crack in the window, it's still safer to reshatter the window and get rid of it instead of leaving it. But we're watching people were struggling just to shatter a already cracked window. Like, you got to put a lot of force and everything for all this looting.
I mean, these looters were pissed, clearly, or something. Something had them going.
They're motivated for sure.
They were very motivated to do something wrong, and that's what they did.
I saw some guy try to take a safe and put it onto a city bus. Like, he was dragging the safe, trying to get it into the city bus like he's going to...
Where was this?
And the bus driver's like, come on.
Instagram videos getting floating around.
There's some...
Yeah, dude,
I saw a video of a guy
Jesus.
with a Sawzall trying to cut open the self-checkout at Target in Minneapolis, trying to get the money out of there.
I will get my Target points. Actually, not a safe ATM. There, same thing.
Oh, wow, that's even worse.
Yeah, right?
Shoot, how do you carry that stuff, man? Conkers, man. People are innovative, I guess.
No, but I mean, at the same time, you mentioned you were down at the protest, and we went down and cleaned up the next day. There's a lot more positivity going on, and it's just unfortunate that it's that much of it's getting lost.
That was actually pretty cool to see in, terrible circumstances, but holy shit, there was a lot of people with brooms, gloves, ready.
Oh, absolutely.
And we read somewhere we couldn't go out until 9 a.m. the next day, or 8 a.m., something like that. We were waiting, but by the time we got there, a lot of stuff was already cleaned up. People were up since 5 a.m. cleaning.
Yeah.
And so...
Really just shows you
people
how
got out
much
there
of
as soon as curfew was over. Like, curfew was cut, at 6 a.m.? People were out there at 5:30, like, ready to go.
Yeah.
Trying to get rid of everything. I mean, it was cool to see people scrubbing the walls and painting the walls, and you had National Guard everywhere, which was a little bit surreal. Yeah. But it was also nice because you knew nothing was going to happen. But I don't know. It's cool.
Though, yeah.
It was cool to see the best of our community come out, and I try to focus on that because so much of the attention's been put on.
Absolutely.
On
yeah,
the
exactly. And that's exactly what we're talking about, obviously. But the protest itself would start at 3. I got there super early. Like, I didn't realize, like, I was like, I guess no one's out here. Like, what's happening? And within 5 minutes, like, boom. Like, it was like the zombie hordes kind of thing of all just support, of just people just coming in. And I was like, wow, took, like, maybe 5 minutes for them to show up. But they showed up, and they were there at 3 o'clock.
I just wish they showed more of that. I mean,
yeah, absolutely.
I get it. The destruction is what makes the news. But
I mean, that's what's interesting to others rather than that. You know, like, it's... And this was, like, a local thing. So, I mean, like, that's probably why. Because, you know, the locals were all seeing this. And we're all here. And we're all seeing the support of the community. But outside of that, like, all anyone wants to see is destruction. I mean, at this point, we're seeing that that's kind of what they wanted to air on the news. And unfortunately, that's kind of a thing. But we saw it. I saw it. I saw the support. There was dozens of people out there, you know, trying to stop the people that were looting. Or
did you guys get any pictures when you guys went down there?
I took a couple. I mean, really was not trying to be that guy. You know, I promote Long Beach and different things, but it just didn't feel.
It seemed more of a take it in, remember it type of thing. Than just
there's enough news crews and stuff down there. I was like, this isn't our job. Our job is to be part of the community. Yeah. So even though it would been nice to post on our different platforms, at the same time, it was just, I don't know. We all felt like it was important to just get sweaty, get dirty, help people. And make a difference. So
yeah, it's just really, it's cool to see that community come together. It kind of shows you really how small Long Beach can be as far as the community goes, and how everyone will come together and pull together to kind of lift each other up. So that's been very. I mean, it's hard for us. No one wants to hear from 3 white dudes about what's going on right now. So
all we can do is be supportive of all the positivity.
Exactly. So it is nice to see that sense of community come together and help out. So big support of that.
Anyways, Paula is here for a reason. She's the guest of the day. And speaking of businesses trying to figure out their way to get through this whole Corona thing not working, you came up with your own version of getting what you do best out.
I did.
Want to just talk about it? What are we doing?
I kind of was just bored and doing stuff, and I mean, I had activities on my mind and stuff, and I figured people were thirsty out there in Long Beach, and I can provide to that thirst. So I basically made a 4-drink menu of some of the drinks I've been drinking at home. So I've been posting a lot on my social media, just pictures I make of drinks I make at night.
Do you have a social media handle you want people to check out?
It's a good one. It's called Look It's Poo.
Look It's Poo.
It's all one word. Look It's Poo. There's a backstory to it if you want to know.
There's no H at the end of this word?
Nope. It's straight up
look,
poo.
It's poo.
Look, it's poo.
That's copyright.
It's more like when it's on your shoe, you're like, oh, look, it's poo.
But there's a backstory?
That was the backstory, essentially. I summed it up to that.
The drinks don't taste like poo, though, right?
Absolutely not.
Okay,
and it's funny because people have mentioned it. Like,
is in charge of bringing people
drinks,
in.
Yeah, don't make me look
at
that
meeting later.
Look, it's poo. I mean, essentially, poo could be beautiful. Anyway.
Hey, girl, you do you. I'm on board.
But I mean, I brought up a whole menu and made it so I posted on my Instagram that I had already entitled "Look It's Poo," so it wasn't essentially made for the drinks, but it kind of evolved into that once I started doing it for the time of COVID, or when we were all doing this kind of pandemic. I figured, like, I have the time to do it, and I have all the utensils and the ability to do it.
And you're getting people hitting you up trying to.
Absolutely. I mean, it was a huge following on Reddit. Posting on Reddit was definitely like that's
actually how
we found big one. Yeah, exactly. Absolutely. So that's exactly how you guys found me. A lot of others in Long Beach, a lot of locals in Long Beach that I didn't know were my regulars. So it was funny that, like, I met up with regulars too.
Oh, nice.
And I was like, oh, shoot. And they were like, yeah, I saw you on Reddit, or I saw you on Instagram, or whatever it was. So I kind of got blown up for like a week of doing these drinks, and then I realized it was really fun for me. I was kind of doing it just to pass the time, and like, because people were telling me, hey, where's the drinks, and why aren't you giving them to me? You know, like, what's up?
Sounds like angry customers, actually.
Well, I mean, I was making them jealous with my post of, like, you know, like these beautiful drinks, so I finally just took it on myself to do it myself and jar it up.
I'm digging the presentation. Do you usually serve them in these mason jar?
Yeah. I mean, I don't serve them on the mason jar. No, there's 4 different drinks in here.
Okay. In that specific one, or are you talking about these 4?
Yeah, so this one right here is 4, and the only one that I, essentially all of them except for the matcha, is a 3rd serving, but that's because it's a tiki drink, and tiki drinks are essentially always boozy.
Okay.
So it does have the same amount of liquor as these.
Okay.
But it serves 3 because tiki drinks are normally like served out to more ounces
Serves
of
3
liquor.
people or serves
Serves
one
3.
person
Yeah, I mean,
3
one
times?
one
what are we
person
talking
3
about?
times
Let's be real
essentially.
here.
It's kind of like a fishbowl from Panama Joe's.
Exactly.
You may have to get a couple IDs, but
for your own face.
I'm drinking that by myself.
Exactly. I mean, I have not seen one person that's. I mean, essentially couples all have shared them.
Yeah.
One and one, but it's 2. They'll make 2 out of it or something like that. But
Now, I've seen your Instagram
just
name.
drink
It's
it.
pretty creative. Did you come up with creative names for these, or is this Poo 1, Poo 2, and Poo 3?
right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Well, right now I went with what the ingredients were.
Okay.
I did have names from essentially each one that I had done on the night that I made them.
Okay.
So these were all drinks that I kind of just was screwing around the kitchen.
Maybe when we try them, we could help you brainstorm
Yeah,
some
there you go.
Maybe we
Yeah,
could be the ones helping
absolutely.
name
Yeah.
these things.
Well, because I mean, I didn't know that it was gonna hit off so well. Like, I mean, I did it because I was gonna shoot some jars to my friends and stuff like that, and felt like everyone was like, I'm so sad. So I was like, well, here's some drinks, like.
Hey, if you make a good product,
Jolly, right?
It'll sell.
And like, it was fun, and like, I got to like experiment stuff in there, and so like, I mean, I made drinks, but it was never named because I wanted to make it,
Oh, we got
straight
you
to the
covered.
point,
We'll
you
get
know?
some names by
We
the
get
end
some-
of
oh
this
yeah,
episode.
right. I figured.
Absolutely. But so I was told, and correct me if I'm wrong, but we're doing burrito versus burrito challenge for this episode of the podcast, and you had a couple ones that you thought might pair best with that type, Mexican
burrito.
food and a burrito, and so maybe you can tell us a little bit about kind of what we have here and kind of what we can expect.
Oh, well, see, I mean, being Hispanic myself, I'm pretty much 100% Mexican myself, so I kind of, if you can tell, the menu itself was geared more towards agave spirits.
All right.
Because
Nice.
I've always been a mezcal drinker and a tequila drinker since like my 13 years of age. So
You started mezcal back in the day?
Nah, mezcal was maybe like when I was 18.
There
and I
we
didn't
go.
know
I
what
was
the
like,
hell I
that
was
one
doing.
comes a little bit later.
Oh
but-
God, I drank that. I didn't know I was supposed to sip it, and it was on my butt.
Uh-oh.
I had to go home. Basically, I had to go to the car and take a nap.
Yeah, we've all
Took
been
a little
there.
nap. But
That's all that happened. That was a
no, exactly right. And I mean, there's more to the story, but we'll keep it at that. So I basically went on. All these drinks are essentially mezcal forward, but then I figured out ways to incorporate vodka, like especially with this carrot lemonade. Carrot ginger lemonade. I put the vodka in there because I mean, lemonade screwdrivers.
I can't tell if we need to
Kind
bring
of
you
like
back
you
for the
could
health
do
food
that.
episode, or
Orange
the,
juice, kind of
like-
like
Sounds like we're
your
getting
citrus
right.
lemonade.
This
would
is
go with
essentially a
vodka.
juice cleanse.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
thinking.
exactly.
We're getting the best of both
I was
worlds.
trying to aim at the healthiness of it.
I love
Let's
it.
chop this episode into two,
Yeah.
right? Double decker.
I wanted to make sure that you could essentially feel healthy while you were drinking them as well.
Yeah, that's what we're going
They're
for.
all like ingredients, like that we can eat our veggies today.
That's why I
We
get
got
more
our veggies
salsa.
in.
There's tomatoes in there, right?
Why not?
Exactly.
So that's kind of what I did with all of these. Essentially, I made them all with mezcal at first, except for the painkiller because that's rum. But I made them all with mezcal at first, and then I kind of just started diving into things that I don't necessarily drink,
Okay.
like vodka, like gin. But I realized gin is fantastic. Like, it's fantastic with this hibiscus rosemary. It's really good. Like, I didn't realize, I mean, I knew that it's floral, and I played around with it before, but it went perfectly with the gin, and so I started kind of mixing up with the gin and mezcal, and that's what I did with this one. So I did gin and mezcal with the hibiscus rosemary, which
excited.
is
Ooh.
the smokiness and like the
This is a
herbalness
love
and like the
language.
floral. It's fantastic.
I don't know if
It's
you
a good
saw one of our other episodes, but one of our good friends from growing up has a gin company. And
Oh,
it's
okay.
based up in Napa. So when you said that, all of our light bulbs probably went out. Ooh.
Oh my gosh, I can
Ooh,
make
there's
more.
there's
Yeah,
some gin behind you. Maybe we'll dump it in there.
Right?
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, all you gotta do is make some hibiscus and rosemary and, go.
Boom.
But coming back to the burritos itself, I mean, I was aiming for the, like the more, I guess, Latin kind of inspired drinks, or, I mean, the Mexican drinks, I guess, Paloma especially, which I think was perfect for a burrito because it's super refreshing and I juiced the cucumbers itself and the limes and the agave, and it's all in, like the agave itself, but like I juiced the limes and I had the cucumbers, and it just kind of goes in well. And this is like one of those things that you could just pop over ice and drink it and have your burrito on the side, and you'd be good.
Go on. I'm
You'd be
listening.
Gucci, yeah. I mean, you'd be great on that one. But I mean, other than that, there's also like you can always do an old fashioned. That's primarily my favorite drink. Like, I don't mess with these that much until I have a mezcal old fashioned. Like that's what I go to when I go to the bar. That's what I
I don't
order.
think I've ever had a mezcal old fashioned.
I am so excited.
Today is the day. Today is the day. That's why I wanted to jar up a mezcal old fashioned because that's my go-to. But it was really hard to, because I mean, essentially it's literally just booze. So there was no way of like incorporating that into a jar and selling that into a jar unless I made it this small, you know?
Okay.
So I mean, that's why I went with these, and that's why essentially they went and they sold, and I was like, wow, it was awesome for the community. The community honestly just reached out for the most part. Like they saw like I was a bartender that wasn't working at the time. They were like, hey, like let me support this person. So
also,
it was just
like
a
I
lot
said,
of
you make a
support.
good product. It'll sell.
Absolutely. And then I got a lot of return customers, which was insane because I didn't think that would happen. And they were like, like literally the next day, like, hey, can I get a picture now? And I was like, what? Okay. Like, and so I'm running around like, oh, I got to make sure that I got these orders filled. And, and I started realizing how to do like the bigger portions that I used to do all the time, like at the bars. Mm-hmm. And I was like, wow, I'm kind of working back into it. Like I was building a sweat and I was like, I'm back into the zone kind of thing. So
do you guys want to tell
nice.
We're actually not a podcast, just nobody delivers booze. And so we just
oh, that's right. No, of
Surprise!
Course. They're all juice. They're all
we just needed
juice.
We're thirsty.
Yeah. Thanks for coming by though.
Drew can't make a cocktail, so we had to really get creative.
Drew, you were supposed to wait till she was done making the cocktail.
Timing
just
was
to get all the free booze, you're like, all right, run.
Came up short once again.
Oopsies.
I'm thirsty, so why don't you either start making one and walk us through it?
Yeah. So first of all, I was going to do the cucumber paloma, which essentially is what I jarred up in the jar itself. With the jars, though, I did a juice rather than what I'm doing right now. This is if you were doing it at home on your own.
Okay, so people listening, they can do this.
Absolutely, they can do this. You can do this at home as long as you have. I mean, you can even like mess around with things that you don't like, tools that you don't necessarily would use for the same purposes.
Okay.
Like muddlers are really hard to come by, apparently. So muddlers wise, you would do like you could even do like flip around your spatula, and use that kind of bottom part of it.
In case nobody knows what a muddler is, that's.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, that's right. So a muddler, are these things right?
That's the Mac Daddy muddler right there.
Right.
I don't know.
That'll take it down.
There's ones that have like little feet on the bottom.
Yeah, I have that one too. Yeah.
I thought that was our new microphone.
Yeah, so these essentially are hard to come by. I have one, obviously, but when it coming to being at home, like you don't really have these things. So you just use anything that you can kind of mush in, or you can just chop it up into small pieces, and the ice will kind of muddle it for you.
All right.
Okay.
But first of all, I'm doing the cucumber paloma, so obviously cucumber. We got to put some of that in. It depends on how much flavor of the cucumber you want. Essentially, so you could put quite literally like the half of a cucumber and muddle it in there. It'd be really rich on the cucumber, but
spa day.
Yeah, right. You could really feel like nice and healthy on that one. But I'm gonna put like a couple. I'm gonna make about 3 servings of that in there. So I like to put a lot just to get that flavor in there. But
if you put more cucumber, it's like a salad. So
pretty much, right? Just no balsamic vinaigrette. That's all. And then of course there's the lime. There's always the trick to the lime. You gotta squeeze just like an avocado. If it's squeezable, then it's gonna be nice and juicy.
Oh wait, I didn't know this. So is it like?
Do you roll it like before?
Normally, I'll roll it with my fingers, or I'll roll it like quite literally on like that. But this one right here is not the squeeziest. So if you do roll it more, it makes it nice and squeezy.
So we're saying if it's too hard, it's not ripe yet, type of thing.
Oh, it's just not. I mean, it's ripe, and it may taste good as if you wanted to cut it as a wedge.
Okay.
So there's like different, things in your bartender brain that you're like, oh yeah, this one should probably be a wedge, and this one should probably be squeezed. So there's essentially, things that you do or you get used to, I guess, later on in life. I don't know. But I feel like the old lady kind of thing where they're like, oh, this avocado is perfect because it just can hear it. And,
it's like
put it up to your ear.
Tap
and
the watermelon. If it's hollow, it means something.
How about the people that go around smelling the cantaloupes? Like,
yeah, right. And
I don't know if that's. I don't know if you're allowed to do that anymore.
Really? We should do that with like. We should make stuff up. We should go to like the grocery store and get a tomato and just be like,
if you can hear the tomato scream.
Ask for the attendants there and be like, hey, dude, can you hear it? Like, is this a good one? And they're like, what the fuck are you doing?
Just do weird stuff. Stand on one foot with an apple. See if you balance better.
Just roll on limes all day. Just throw them on the ground and just start rolling.
See what we can get.
It's like people with those bracelets.
Yeah. The copper bracelets.
Hold your arm out. Yeah. Oh, it won't go down.
Right?
Oh my god, you're so strong.
Exactly. Right now I'm just squeezing lime. So another thing, like if you don't have a jigger, just kind of aim it out for the most part. I would put like about 1.5 ounces in this since there's going to be about 3. There's 3 drinks that I'm making are or another ounce and a half, I guess. But
It's like watching an artist.
Oh wait!
Live at work.
So if you muddle that, put I'd say like about 2 ounces for 3 servings if you're making that in one muddle.
I mean, Derek can't even pour beer, so it's awesome
Jesus.
to see this over here.
Normally I'd have like a squeezer, like a little citrus squeezer, which is convenient as a motherfucker. Yeah.
That's the one that you put it in.
Yeah.
I have one of those at home. Those are the best.
That's what I've been using, so that's kind of the struggle between all these drinks. So you know that I've been really putting like my heart
on
into
Amazon
it.
over here ordering stuff. He's like, what do I need for my bar? I'll take 1 jigger. Keep going.
Should I get the copper one?
Yeah,
or
I don't ask
you should get the Japanese jigger. Those are the nicest ones. For sure.
Japanese jigger?
Jigger. They're both sided, so you can kind of look like a trickster. Flipping around and stuff. It's cool.
This bar's
all about that flair.
This show.
All about that flair. People are always like, "Wow, that's super cool." I'm like, "It's really
Speaking
easy."
of flair, did you ever try any of that? Tossing the bottles up?
I mean, I like to flip.
nerve-wracking.
I like to flip a lot. I like to do this, but that's pretty much it.
All right.
And then I'll sometimes there's a style to kind of
you were
bartending
itching
every
your
once in a
nose
while.
right there. I thought you were dabbing. You're like, I like to do this.
No, I'm sorry. I was just dabbing my face.
Dance, girl, dance. You got
right?
this.
No.
Whatever gets you make the great drinks.
All right.
I'm an adult now. Adults don't dab.
It'll be here Friday, so come on.
Oh, there you go. Come on over. Perfect.
I love bikes.
We'll be ready for the next episode.
Right?
You should just add it to your cart because I feel like there's going to be more stuff.
Anyways. Essentially, I'm going to say about 2 ounces is in there. Maybe. Ish. So there's that. And then that's
Nobody
when
here is going
big
to
old
correct you.
muddler comes in. Where did I put it?
I believe you. You could have said it's 13.5 ounces. I'd be like, oh, yeah, totally.
Absolutely. And then you just muddle that shit out of it. I don't know. How are you supposed to be swearing on podcasts? Or is that allowed?
And a what?
Swearing on
You're just
podcasts?
not allowed to say the fuck word. But
Fuck, shit, balls. You have to say earmuffs and then...
Earmuffs?
Oh, okay.
No, when I put it out, there's a little thing that says like explicit or whatever, so we just always mark that.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
No, we're good. But it's not meant for children.
No,
It's based in a bar, drinking, and curse words. It's not meant for children.
We're a family
Oh,
show,
absolutely.
but
We're a family show, but it's not meant
I mean,
for
the
children.
kids could
There's-
watch it if they wanted to.
we're not going to
Parents
tell you
are
how to
super
raise
legit,
your kid.
Yeah.
I would never let my kids listen to this.
Uh-oh.
They get enough of me.
Yeah.
True.
Dad, what's the muddle?
I just use both sides because, sometimes life.
Getting after it.
You need
Right.
ice?
I will in a second.
Okay.
Well, you could do what? Tequila? What do you guys prefer? Tequila or mezcal?
I think...
Honestly, you are the artist, so whatever you prefer, but I like
asking
both.
the wrong people.
Do you guys like
I like
mezcal?
te- I like
it's
tequila.
a nice smokiness to it, but that's my preference. of
Mezcal it
course.
is.
All right, sounds good. They have plenty of mezcal for that old fashioned later.
Sorry, Casamigos, you got benched.
Trash.
My neighbor
It's
across
alright.
the street, Dave, big tequila guy, big Casamigos guy. Apparently, Costco has their own añejo
Kirkland?
Mm-hmm.
Kirkland.
How do
Yeah.
we get Kirkland on the podcast?
They need help right now. No,
they require a yacht. So when we
damn.
get to that point, we'll get there. But it was $20 for the bottle, huge bottle, and I would say it was just as good, if not better, than Casamigos.
Their vodka wasn't it
I
comparable
feel
to
like
Grey Goose?
they're all comparable to like a good.
It's
booze.
probably Casamigos. It has that little green flower plant on it.
you
on
mean
the
the
front.
agave plant?
Okay, no, yes. However,
You
but their
sound
logo.
Real okay.
Yeah. I
Their
think
logo.
it's supposed to be like. Is it their Leguas or?
This logo?
Yeah, that one. That's
Yeah, the agave logo.
it's an aggressive agave plant.
I thought that was one of those Japanese.
Well,
fans.
there's just a variety of
I'm the
agaves that
idiot.
look like different ways.
Yeah. And he's
I'm
the
really glad
tequila
I'm on
drinker.
this side of the bar.
You
Usually I
can't
sit
go.
between you two, so this is a nice space
There's
to
no-
be.
When in Rome.
There's no separating us now.
All right. So speaking of Costco, that's exactly where I got this blue agave right here.
Nice.
Look at me and my
If
agave.
you guys want some good news, I hear they're bringing back samples. So
Oh,
that's the best thing
really?
I've heard all week. So.
Yeah, that's exactly what I missed last time. I went there searching
Right?
for limes, and finally at the very end of my trip, I was like,
Those
okay.
little old ladies yelling at you to only take one. Can't wait.
Do they really? I feel like they've never yelled at me, but
Hey,
I
you
mean,
know what? I've had some
I don't know.
issues.
I'm a girl, and I don't know. They probably don't want to.
Is it bad that I steer away from all the sample areas because I'm just trying to get to my stuff? I'm like,
It is bad. You just
And
live
then,
a
yes,
little,
I will
enjoy
get some
life. They got
stuff.
pizza. Oh my.
If I'm going for samples, it's like I want lunch and I don't want to pay for it.
Yeah. I mean, you could pay $1.50 for a hot dog and a soda outside,
Or
That's my favorite.
you could save.
or
That
you could
adds up.
roll the dice on whatever the samples are.
Yeah. And then if you're
Oh,
hungry,
but you can't get
$1.50.
fed with those
I'm more of
Zappos,
a-
unless you're.
Don't
that
get me
person.
wrong, I love a good Costco hot dog, but I'm a chicken bake guy all the way, 100%.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
Fucking
Wait,
chicken bake.
the little things,
It's like a giant breadstick with like
Caesar
chicken-
dressing inside.
Yeah, or it's like a.
All
Alright,
right, yeah, it's pretty good. But their slices of pizza win.
Yeah.
That's true. They're pretty good.
The whole pizza for $10.
The whole pizza's super cheap. You're like, okay, I'd
The
rather
fact
just
you
do
didn't
that.
notice is the pizza outside is a different pizza than the one inside that you can take home to cook. Just a little heads up, everybody. Outside's way better.
That's true. That's
Good to
true.
know.
Wait, you can eat inside?
It's America. You do whatever you want.
No, they have the take and bakes inside.
Oh, I've never seen those. I always order
so
from the
he's just
outside.
saying
I
that
get it.
So
the
the
fir-
outside
That makes
one,
sense.
yeah, you pay at the register type of thing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
For $10, we went a couple for Mally's birthday, so a couple weeks ago, and we were gonna get Costco pizzas.
You stick her in the cart.
No, we were gonna do like one of each, a combo, a pepperoni, a cheese. They're like, we're only doing pepperoni and cheese right now. I don't
Interesting.
know.
Maybe ingredients is backlogged or something.
Maybe. Who
odd.
knows? I was like,
Anyways. All right, where we at?
All right, let's get some ice.
Oh, come on, Ice Boy.
Put it in there.
Making extra noise so my editing job's harder.
Yay! Especially right here.
It's all right.
Oh,
It's
you're
concrete down there.
We did it. And then I might just need, let's fill another glass that's not breakable.
There's
right
these little
here.
ones.
Boom. I can put it in the other glasses. That's a weird shape of ice. Okay.
There's just
Hojizaki top hat.
there's little
Ice.
Sammy the fly flying around here
Right.
trying to.
Not a big deal, but super bougie ice.
All right.
Designer ice.
Paid extra for that.
Ooh. There we go.
The whole bar fell.
Oopsies.
Boom.
Homemade bar.
There's enough fucking screws in this thing to rebuild like my house, all right? This thing ain't going anywhere. Trust
You know
me.
the weak points.
There's enough glue and fucking screws in this thing. And
You had to make up for all the miscuts and.
So you built this yourself?
yeah, from the ground up.
Wow. Very nice. I
needed
like it.
Plans.
I like how there's a little stool here too.
Yeah,
I could
that's,
just
you know, you're back there
pop down
chilling,
and
you're
sit
hanging
down.
out.
Okay. I like it. Very nice. All right. So this is where the bartender does the tasting.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, of course. Yes, delightful.
Nailed it.
Right? She nailed it. But before you pour it in the glass, obviously you need to just do some garnishing. Because what's a drink without the presentation itself? So for most places don't have like a little thing. You don't have it at home. We don't need it. I'm just saying like.
But
Anyone is out there and needs one of those things, it's not hard to just put it on a, coaster, for example. Some of your Tajin, your tajin right there.
Okay.
Little tahini.
Yeah, you said
Tajin.
Tajin.
Yeah, I was kidding.
And I was
obviously.
just like,
It's a sarcasm.
okay.
I'm a full Mexican. I needed to make sure everyone knows that, I guess. So yeah, tajin. I'm
So
gonna put
good.
some of it.
Good on
here.
watermelon.
You know, I was just thinking, a lot of people haven't been to a bar in months, so they haven't seen a bartender make a drink in months. Oh my god.
There's been
This is
quite a lot of
amazing.
other people. All my friends are kind of just doing this too,
All right, well,
making little videos of themselves.
I think the only time I've sat and watched someone make a drink is at like Satan's Second.
Really?
That's a good place, exactly. I have a
Because
friend
they
that
do
works
some
there.
cool shit.
Yeah.
Cocktail chemistry, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
If I go somewhere,
320 Main and Seal Beach does a pretty good job too.
no one wants to, make me
Bryce, are you
They
saying?
are known
vodka
for that,
tonic.
yes.
I'm not
Are
going
you
to sit there and be
saying,
like,
And now we know Ordinary
but
and the,
Ordinary,
this,
exactly.
and the Bamboo.
this is high end.
We
I
got
would
some good
watch
stuff at
this.
the Ordinary for
You used to
sure.
never just watch the bartenders at AI pour the drink?
Well, it was mostly Dana. And so,
That's true.
like, come
Shout
on,
out to Dana.
Dana. Oh, those are good old days.
Yeah, so Bryce, where did we get these glasses again?
That's from my Grameen and Grandpa Daddy. Rest in
Aw.
peace, both of them. They're from their house. They were big fans of the booze, and they've now supplied a lot of glassware in my bar. I love them. They were all about entertaining, having a good time, and yeah, I'll never forget. I was at their house down in Oceanside, and I went to go get a beer, and I looked at my watch. My grandma was like, "What are you doing?" And I was just like, "Oh, just seeing what time it was," and she was like, "Just make up a time and start drinking. That's what I do."
I feel like these glasses have seen some
perfect.
shit.
Legend.
R.I.P. Grameen, I love you. And she passed away on Cinco de Mayo. like 5 years ago, 6 years ago
Just
now.
get a little wild at it.
And it's like, what a more like fitting day to pass away on for her when just like she loved her margaritas and she was awesome.
Cinco de Mayo, that is a
She was a
perfect day.
firecracker. She was about Drew's height, 4'11",
6'2".
and
In your dreams, brother.
6'3".
She was awesome.
All right. And then that's pretty much the garnish itself. And I gotta be fair, so I'm gonna pour these in before the ice goes in.
Oh, why do you do that?
So I make sure that you guys all get the right portion of alcohol
Oh.
per cucumber in line.
Give Drew more. He's
Yeah,
funnier when he's wasted. And it doesn't take much.
I already have to
See,
pee.
and then boom. It's always a fun game, though. I mean, this is always a great game at work.
Bathrooms
see
under
if I can
construction. Gotta
make
figure
them all
out how
the
to get a
same.
urinal out here.
So those all fairly look equal.
You know, we appreciate
That's
what
when
you're
you
doing,
ice
but
it.
you could have poured yourself a drink too.
Oh, I will. Don't worry about
More
that.
ice?
All right, just checking.
Well, it's 4 drinks in one. It kind of gets different. I steal a little bit more ice. Perfect. Yeah, I'm all about the old fashioned on this one.
Can't wait to go to work later.
Right? Boom.
You said today was good.
You ever get a DUI on a gondola?
Rowing too slow.
All right,
Sure,
there
we've
you
been
go.
going in circles for
All right. Thank
the
you.
worst tour ever.
Boom, boom.
Yay!
thank you.
All right, cheers.
Yeah.
Cheers, boys.
To Paulette.
Oh,
Thank you for
ha!
coming
1
in.
second, guys.
Oh, whoa.
The best part about this thing is the squirt.
Bottle opener.
You have an opener? Oh,
Thanks
boom.
for jumping again.
Hang on.
That was me, actually. So that's the whole purpose of the paloma, obviously the grapefruit at the top. That's why I left that
I am
base.
gonna get a picture. So Bryce,
And then
sticker's closer, or Derek,
boom. Boom.
Paul, get in. Paulette, get in here. Ah, perfect. Nope, just hands in her.
Perfect.
Beautiful.
All right, here we go.
Let's try them. Let's see how good they are.
Oh, you're hired. We don't know what we're hiring for, but you're
There
hired.
you go. I'm
my
hired.
God.
Perfect. As long as I'm hired.
It's so refreshing too.
This tastes like
Right?
summer.
That's exactly
Oh
why
my
I
God.
intended for that. I wanted a nice and refreshing
Wait,
cocktail.
did you? We got to come up with a name for this one, right?
Uh-oh.
Okay. Wow, you really get the smokiness of the mezcal.
Absolutely. That's kind of what I was
And a
aiming
little
at
bit
as
of
well.
the spice from the tahini.
But the smokiness is still mellowed out though.
It's like super
The
smooth.
agave kind of
It's so smooth. Like I've had mezcal drinks where it's just like hits you and you're just like, whoa, it's too peaty, it's too much.
Yeah.
This is like perfect.
Another round. Oh wait, I mean, we got another shot. This is
Have you
delicious.
had the Dos Hermanos? The Aaron Paul and Brian
I haven't
Cranston?
tried it yet. No. Is it pretty tasty though?
Grant, shout out Grant. He had a bottle at his house and I tried some. And usually I'm not a big straight up room temperature tequila guy.
Yeah.
Hey, we did room temperature vodka.
Yeah,
I've
we-
made a lot of mistakes.
You lost a bet that day.
It was really good.
This is
Not
good.
bad.
Nice.
Yeah, so I was a big fan.
This is so tasty. I feel like it's dangerous. Like I feel like I would just like
Exactly.
drink
That's
the whole thing.
kind of the purpose of these
I've-
right here. They're very dangerous.
I feel like I need to be in a pool.
Some
Floating.
floaties. Oh,
Right?
Palm Springs.
There you go. Nice, nice
no.
and chilling.
Yeah, you definitely did not lie. You're know what
That's
you're
what. That's kind of the potential of these. That's what they're supposed to do. They're all kind of serving you for. There's like 6 ounces of each alcohol in every single one. So
That is a perfect Coachella cocktail.
basically, yep. Just pour it in, and they are perfect. You just put them in the friggin' cooler and take them home, or take them with you to the
I'm
Coachella
pretty sure
tent.
that got canceled this year as well.
No, it got moved. It's in October.
Oh,
October
Did they
now, yeah.
re-cancel it?
I just feel like everything got canceled, but I didn't say.
Is Rage still going to be there? I mean, maybe I'll rebuy my ticket then.
Did you say Rage was playing?
They were supposed to be there.
That would be freaking
I
sweet.
think
to
They
see.
were
They
supposed to be there last
said-
year. They were on the lineup.
I didn't know they were.
They were doing the no refunds, but you could either was it a refund? Your ticket's still good in October, or you can defer it to the next year, like South by Southwest.
I'm really glad that you have all the info and you know.
I got a big social
So you
media
don't have to
presence.
look.
I was like, wait a minute, this is a guy who doesn't.
Doesn't even have social media.
I have to use my wife's Instagram that she doesn't even use to even see the Make Poor Choices Instagram.
Apparently, you also used her Facebook and then commented that you are ugly. And then I was like, wait, Tracy, did you just call your husband ugly? And she's like, no, that was Bryce.
She would do that anyways.
Yeah.
It was
Whoops.
believable it was her. But find me on Yelp.
This
should
is
start.
amazing.
We should start a Google My Business page just so people have somewhere to interact with you.
They can I'll put my number on the screen.
Prices on the yellow pages.
Don't tempt me.
Dude, you should put your a poster on the benches by the buses, by bus stops and stuff. You know.
Yeah.
Guys, I've been trying to
Bryce,
think of
call
a
me.
name for
Find
this.
me on Yelp.
Nice.
What is
I've
that?
been trying to think of a name for this thing.
Smoky
Yeah, cucumber,
Yeah.
squirt, smoky cucumber. What do we got?
The
Poos.
spice. Well, because that's
Perfect.
essentially the cucumber paloma is
Poo perfect.
it's a very simple drink and it's seen at very many
poo-pourri.
bars.
Oh, that's
Oh!
it's already taken. It's already
Oh!
taken. It's already taken. I got a
I
bottle in
was-
my bathroom.
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
The Puloma.
That works too.
Hey, that.
The
There we
Puloma.
go.
Look, it's Paloma.
All right.
Keep the drinks coming. The ideas only
There you
get
go.
better, and then they
Well,
get gradually worse.
And then terribly worse. I like that drink. Yes.
Absolutely.
Oh, that is delicious. Okay, now I'm excited for
The old fashioned.
The old fashioned.
So, what glassware should I use on this old fashioned, eh?
We got some down here. Oh, we probably need.
We're gonna need more because
traditionally rocks glasses, right?
Right, but
Okay, if we need rocks glasses, I'll get my.
I can go in there and get them because I wasn't lying. I do have to pee.
Yeah, we can take a quick break.
Yeah.
Go in.
All right, we're back.
We're back. Welcome.
we
Got a
are
little
back.
5-minute break here. Maybe 10 because we had to run a few errands, but
Ate some pretzels. It was
we're
good.
on to drink number 2. I'm gonna enjoy drink number 1 while you're working on it.
While I'm working on this one.
Mm-hmm. So we have 4 glasses this time because
Finally, I'm gonna make myself one. It should be fun. This one essentially is a grown man's drink. If you don't like the taste of liquor, or if you don't like mezcal itself, I wouldn't try it. But this is my favorite. This is what I drink when I get home.
If you don't like it, then fuck you.
Yeah, then
If you don't chew big red, then fuck you.
Essentially, it's a very smoky drink. It's very spirit forward, obviously. It's more to accentuate, or to really kind of make the signature, this mezcal itself, or whatever you're serving. Right now, I got a mezcal vago from a great place in Costa Mesta called High Times. Love that place. They have great selection. They're super hospitable and all that stuff. So.
Fuck yeah. My dad lives on Ogle Street.
Oh,
Or
really?
He lives on Ogle Circle. It's right around the
That
corner.
place is, it's like a dream. It's like goddamn Disneyland for adults.
That place is magical.
I love that place, but
Goddamn Disneyland.
I was trying to keep myself on a budget, so it's not the most expensive mezcal, which is actually great because then you can drink it more and without guilt.
Say the name of it again. So people know.
Mezcal Vago. Essentially, it's from
Slower for us white people.
Mezcal Vago. Vago is like you're a bad boy. Vago.
Okay. Oh, all right.
But yeah, it's from Oaxaca. Most mezcals are from Oaxaca. And it's an elote, so it makes it a little bit sweeter. Elote is like corn.
Yeah, I was gonna say, isn't that the?
So it's made from corn. So essentially, like a bourbon would be sweeter.
Yeah.
Because of the corn itself, but mezcal essentially would be sweeter in the same kind of aspect or same kind of distilling process. If you're familiar
so
with
much
stuff.
anticipation right now.
Right? So yeah, it's a really boozy drink, basically is the synopsis of all that. And then I'm going to be making it as an old fashioned. So this is primarily the liquor itself. There's pretty much no other mixer or anything in here other than booze. So right now I'm just putting in
Talking about.
the serving of mezcal. So a whole damn shot, or 2 ounces normally. So I'm saying shot glass is probably 2 ounces.
Real quick, I'm just kind of watching you. Why are you pouring it in 2 different glasses? What are you doing there?
Because I don't think that the 4 drinks are going to fit in here.
Oh, okay.
And the distilling or the ice itself might melt in different ways. Just so I can have 2 cocktails in
I'm
one.
just watching an artist do her.
Absolutely, I get it. Same thing. Agave's coming in. This is your sweetener. This is basically your sugar. So an old fashioned would have your organic
Put that in my
sugar,
coffee.
and you could put this
Do
in
you
your
really?
coffee. You can, and smoothies, anything. Agave's
Honey or
fantastic.
agave syrup. If I don't drink it black, then I'll put honey or agave syrup.
Agave works wonders for everything. You can heat it up, put in some lemon.
Yeah.
It works just as much as honey does. This is just a dab of it, not too much.
So with the mezcal, it's a form of tequila, right? It's like smoked tequila.
Essentially, it's from the same exact agave plant, but there's different plants per region.
Okay.
So every region has a different agave, or essentially different agave plants. So there's dozens of agave plants.
So how does it get that smokiness? In it?
The process itself is a wild one. So sometimes, typically, like the old-fashioned way was they would grab the agave and they grab that little like the nub of the agave, like the nug, basically, and they burn it underneath a bunch of wood, either wood, tires, like tan bark kind of thing. Like they just bury that shit underneath a bunch of soil, burn it, and then burn it as much as they can. And then as soon as that, the pit of the agave itself, they take it out and then they juice that. So that's that. So like that's what they distill. That's what they're taking the juice out of, this big burnt pit.
Okay.
So tequila doesn't essentially do that. They go straight to the distillation process.
Right. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, there's a difference between that. There's a lot of differences. There's a lot of different regions that do different ways of doing it. Like they'll put it in big like clay domes kind of shit, and like they'll burn that in there. So there's a different flavors, different profiles. If they put like say they'll do I believe Casa Azul does this, where they do straight up mandarins or like oranges peels, and they'll burn that shit with the agave itself, and it gives it a nice like mandarin kind of tint to the mezcal itself. So there's like all different sorts of mezcals, different regions. There's like soltol, there's pulque. Pulque is like straight up, basically like the pulped mezcal, like the pulped juice of the agave. So it's like, you know how you get like pulp and pulp free on your orange juice?
Mm-hmm.
You could get pulp there. Like you could get extra pulp in there, but it's like very unaged. This is like straight up baby. Like you took out that agave, you like mushed it down, and then you're drinking straight that. So essentially, it would be like the silver of a mezcal, kind of.
Okay.
But it's very boozy, and it takes your ass down. Like
This is perfect.
It's too much.
Learning
Educational
something every day.
Yeah.
But yeah, so every region of Mexico has a different kind of agave or a different kind of distillation process or whatever they're doing. Oaxaca is primarily mezcal. That's espadins, soltols. There's bacanora, which I really like. It's all different stuff. So look into it. I mean, like if you're interested in mezcals itself, I'm going to go to Oaxaca as soon as this whole pandemic's over, because I want to go check it out and like go to the distilleries and
Cheap flights right now.
yeah, exactly. So hey, why not? Like Mexico is gorgeous and it's a great place to be. That's why I'm always so about this, because I want to open, that bar, that hostel in Mexico, in the coastal areas, doing what I'm doing right here.
Yeah.
It'd be super fun. I
Can't
think
wait
it'd be great.
to film a podcast episode down there.
Exactly.
There you go.
We can
I'll
come
be
in on
there.
my yacht.
I'll be there. Right?
That you wish you
In
had.
your Amazon cart right now, right?
They don't have them. They're out of stock. They're not big enough.
Not taking any more
what did
orders.
I do? Oh, so I did what? Agave mezcal, and that's primarily it. And then what makes an old fashioned is bitters. So I have 2 in each of these. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2.
What kind? Is there a specific kind of bitters?
I mean, Angostura bitters is always great. That's probably the best one. Essentially, it's the first one. This one right here is just, I like it because it's cute and it's there's hella on it. It's adorable. But this is the one that I got at Total Wine. I would have gotten the Angostura bitters just because I'm more familiar with it. And,
Are you from NorCal?
Oh yeah, Bay Area. So that's why I was like, oh hella hey.
I was like, there we go. There's
Warriors,
the
dude.
Uh-oh.
Warriors. See? Yeah, the Giants, Warriors, the 49ers. I'm a big fan.
My wife's from the Bay Area, so this is her,
there you
this is
go.
her glass.
Oh, so you hide it in there? You hide it away from the Cubs things?
Where it goes.
Oh no, he's hiding it.
Yeah, right?
On
He's
purpose.
like, it's
She
all
already
Cubs.
has her photo on the bar. I don't
Yeah,
know
right?
other.
I'm like,
Go
I
have
feel
a
like there's a
shot.
lot of Cub things more than anything.
That was almost the name of the bar. So the name of the bar, I
Really?
don't know if you know, is Other Berries, but it almost called it Glamour Shots because of that photo right there.
That wasn't even in
It's a great
consideration.
shot.
This
Well,
is
it
my
was- I
like
wife
that. I
thinks
like
that
it.
she wants to call it.
Oh, your wife's half of you now, so.
We just
Right.
lost a follower.
She doesn't have a choice. I know her Instagram login.
I guess that's when Aperol comes into play. You can put Aperol in it. At this point, you can literally just put ice and stir, and then serve it over your ice. I like to put Aperol because it's a mandarin liqueur, and mandarin essentially goes perfectly with mezcal because, I mean, oranges itself really kind of give that flavor of the mezcal itself. So normally, typically, if you go to like a mezcal bar in Mexico, they'll serve you slices of oranges and 3 different kinds of tahins or like salts. So they give you like worm salt, they'll give you hibiscus salt, which is essentially this dry hibiscus, like chopped up and then put with salt and then
I
limed.
was wondering what that was.
So yeah, these are hibiscus plants. This is what I'm using to make the hibiscus itself. Normally they're not as dry as these are. These are just, little dried more because they're garnishes. But typically what I use is like the more rich hibiscus plant itself that's like juicier. renders a lot more flavor. And then I dried these. But yeah, essentially they just dry that, put it with some salt, and then they'll give you the regular tahini like we used earlier on the cucumber paloma. So that's what they'll serve with you. I just like to do the Aperol just like literally a quarter per old fashioned, maybe not even a quarter, like maybe like less than a quarter. So what I'm going to do is going to be 2 quarters essentially, and I really don't want to interfere with the flavor of the mezcal bago. So I put very little of that.
Orange liqueur, you said?
Mm-hmm. It's mandarin liqueur. Yep. Aperol. So that's basically your Aperol spritz. That's why it goes so well with orange itself. Champagne. Oh. That's why the Aperol spritz is so tasty.
Have you used like Cointreau before?
Yeah. Not in an old fashioned. I would not use it in an old fashioned.
That's why
I just do that because of the flavor itself. It is very bright. It's very prominent. So yeah. And then I need a couple.
Get as much Corona in there as you can, Bryce.
Hey man, I'm good. Just because I'm from Corona doesn't mean I have Corona.
Oops.
No, he actually has Corona.
Perfect.
Where are the big cubes?
And the big cubes too, probably. Might as well take them down. Perfect. All right. These are handy dandy big cubes.
Want to help her out? Open that one, dude.
Sure, yes, sir.
How do you open
Hey,
this?
you're
I see it. Oh, there we go. Beautiful.
Part of the fire department. You know how to take orders.
I've never.
What fire department?
What's that?
What fire department?
That will remain unnamed.
Oh, okay.
Our patch is on the bottom over there.
My play
There you
school.
go. All right. Thank you.
No free ads.
There you go.
For all of our followers, we don't want them out there stalking him or nothing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
It's hard enough.
That's right.
I don't need any fans.
Crazy DMs, huh?
Find me on Yelp though.
It's the only place. Perfect. So we have all our ice cubes in our, rocks glasses. You put some ice in these. Now this ice is not going to go in your drink. You're just using it to stir. And clearly this is not a Japanese mixer, so this is a very easy drink to make at home. So you can make it in a glass until it chills. Oops. You don't really want to touch the glass because it'll warm it, but hey, we're at home. I have like 30 revolutions, I'd say.
Yeah, same. When I make my chocolate milk, I just make
exactly.
sure it's about
That's
30
what we do
revolutions.
with chocolate milk. Just
Or
as many
treating your
stirs as you would your chocolate milk. Is this. And so basically what you're doing is you're diluting the drink itself with the water. And then once you do that, you can see how melted the ice gets. You just strain it.
Crazy. It's my 60th day of sobriety. It's going well.
He's trying.
Drew, known liar.
There was 2 in each glass. So it doesn't really need a garnish other than the booze and the ice itself. But
It's a very light color.
It's good
For
when
an
booze
old
is
fashioned.
garnish.
Well, yeah, I mean the bottle
What are you
is
going to garnish it
silver.
with?
I mean, look at the color
Yeah.
of the tequila versus a bourbon.
I know.
Yeah,
But
normally
you
a
think of
bourbon's
an
a
old
little
fashioned.
darker.
You think they're. I mean, obviously you're right. It's bourbon. It's
Well,
darker.
sometimes
but
the
for
darkness
you think
comes
of
in
old
from the
fashioned, it's
mango,
very has like a peachy color. It looks awesome. Oh, there's
All right.
I have a little tub down there too. If you want to
Oh,
put some. Not a big deal.
There we go.
Okay, got it all set up.
Yeah, well, minus the jigger, but it's coming.
Oh, we're good. And then you get your orange, and then you get a little peel from there. Oh, this is not the greatest orange ever. Nope. I don't think this peel's gonna work.
You know what? Whatever we get works. We're at home. Remember?
Right, we're at home.
You don't
That's
have the
right.
professional tools.
Adapt,
We're making it
No, I
happen.
think it's the orange itself that's being.
But it's not the peeler, right? It's orange.
Not the peel. It's the orange. Yeah, just making sure.
Because we can order another one on Amazon
I
right now.
would fucking order that shit.
All right, we're trying with these.
Works for us.
Well, essentially,
we-
all you want really is the express of the orange on here, on the rim itself. Because that's where the flavors. And then we get a really, really shitty little orange peel in there, which will work. I don't like to do the lime, because, I mean, typically, right, you'd think that, like, agave goes with lime, but mezcal, I think, just goes with orange.
Well, this makes it more like a traditional old-fashioned. You got the orange in there. So.
Yeah.
Exactly. That'll work.
There we go.
Beautiful.
All right, ladies first. You get to choose since you didn't join us for the last one.
Ooh.
Mixing them up.
Yeah, right? Just to make sure they're all good. All right. Here you are.
Inconceivable. All right.
Let's
Cheers.
see how it goes, guys.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Ooh, you really get that. Get the smokiness and get the orange.
That's delicious.
Yes,
my opinion, I love that.
Moly.
Oh,
Yeah. Okay, we're no longer allowed to make our own drinks in this bar.
Even with the shitty orange, that was perfect. I love it.
This is perfect.
And that's just my go-to drink. That's pretty much all I order at drinks at bars.
So, like we were talking about during the break, during football season, we're here. So feel free to come by.
Oh yeah, because she make a lot more money here than at the bar.
Seriously. Just put a little tip jar and make it bigger.
Yeah. We'll empty out the pub mix and that'll be a tip jar.
Perfect.
There you go.
We can crowd. There's
be
enough
awesome.
of us. We all chip in.
Right.
Private parties.
Paula, this
That's
has
what
been
I'm doing. I
amazing.
can
I've learned a lot, and
I'm glad you did.
these are extremely tasty. So thank you.
Damn, that is unbelievable.
People get lazy at
Very
home and
tasty.
just pour
Yeah.
something with ice, but this
I mean,
is
I
not
do
hard to
too.
make.
I'm very guilty of doing that. Just putting ice, literally pouring with my hands kind of shit, or like
Yeah.
mixing with my finger. I
Mhm.
do it all the time, but, you know, for the presentation's sake, everyone's got to do their...
Like,
So just for our listeners, you tell everybody where they can find you again on
Yeah.
Instagram and on Reddit.
So basically, same tag on both of Reddit and Instagram. Instagram, it's going to be Look It's Poo. All one word, no H at the end. And same with Reddit, Look It's Poo. I have my posts on there of the drinks itself. I have some pictures on there.
And you're still delivering the
Delivering and making
pre-mix
them, yeah.
jar.
Just let me know ahead of time, because right now I'm obviously going back into somewhat of a bartending gigs. We're opening up-ish.
yeah.
So yeah, you can also catch me at both Bamboo and The Ordinary. I'm very happy to be a part of the community and give them all their drinks what they need.
For
and
sure.
all
We
that
look
stuff.
forward to come visiting you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
now we know
I'm
we're
super
gonna
excited.
go drink.
Right?
Absolutely.
Now you know what to order. Basically, there you go.
Absolutely.
We're set.
Can you get either one of these drinks at your businesses? Near the bars?
Yeah,
You work at?
essentially, Bamboo. We don't have agave, but I will be changing that soon.
You laying down
So-
the law or what?
Yeah.
Right?
How's your Mai
I'm
Tai?
literally just gonna bring it in, and
Oh.
they're just gonna be like, okay, that's the thing that we have now.
How's your Mai Tai at the Bamboo Club?
Fantastic, dude. Like, if you haven't checked out Bamboo, it's a great tiki bar. It's basically your dive bar meets your tiki bar meets your community hall kind of thing. It's a great place. We all have fun. We all like have shows on Fridays and Saturday nights. I mean, we did prior to this, but
We're gonna bring it all
that good
back.
stuff. Yeah, we're
Yeah.
all bringing it back,
We're
and we
bringing
have
it
an
back.
outside
We're
bar,
coming
which is
back.
awesome for the
I
summertime.
think it's gonna come back quicker than people think.
Yeah, I mean, fairly. Well, I think the following for Bamboo is huge, and I don't think that the regulars will not come anymore. I think, having new guests come in will be a little harder. I think to bring them in and keep them there, but
I don't
for the
know.
most part, we have a good following.
Last weekend I went out in like Orange County and stuff because not that much was open around here, and it was slammed. So people are just dying to get back out there and
Yeah.
have a sense of normalcy. So it might peter out a little bit quick after the
Yeah.
initial rush, but I think that you'll be pleasantly surprised with how many people are going to show up.
I work in San Diego County and
Yeah.
outside of a high volume restaurant, and it's been packed for a couple weeks. So I think, like you said,
Yeah.
maybe getting new people might be kind of hard, but the people,
The people that were there
yeah,
were
returning
coming
customers,
back,
I think you guys will be fine.
When does Crows open?
Oh, back to you, Derek.
right? I mean, everything's somewhat opening this week, potentially. Like, I've gotten all my owners to call me and tell me to come in this week. We're all, setting up the bar. We're all re-talking about our
Yeah.
schedules, and we're all, trying to rock this through. And we're all taking, like, serve safes, like, all of us, like, all of my industry folks, not even just my bars. Like, I know a lot of people in the industry here in Long Beach, and we're all kind of communally working together. Like, that's what's been the best part about this pandemic. I mean, honestly, like, the people have been supporting each other and working with each other. I've made sure that everyone's signing up for their, their grants, their bartending grants and all that stuff. And like, they're getting like free food bags or whatever it is that they needed, or like,
Oh, perfect.
like, and it's just like, I've been reaching out and making sure, and then everyone's been reaching out to me and making sure we're all good. And we're all kind of working together. Even these drinks, we've been kind of messing around between bartenders and bartenders. We kind of text each other and like,
Real quick
Hey, what
on
are you
that note
doing?
you just mentioned, for
case anyone's listening that still they work in the food industry, what did you say about food grants or?
So essentially, I'm not sure. They're really hard to get at this point because of so many people applying. There was a USBG was a huge part of the community that helped the whole entire like bar industry and the whole like nationally, nationwide. Here in LA, I knew one of the coordinators of the USBG, and I knew obviously the Ordinary did the Corner Store. So Corner Store essentially was a program put together by USBG, which is the United States Bartender Guild, and they put it on a program that made it so that they give a care package to all of the industry folks that signed up. So it was all sorts of veggies, rice, beans, tortillas.
Oh, hell yes.
So it was like a big grocery bag of goods for all of us. And some of the weeks we got free bottles of liquor. First of all, like El Sativo did it for us, which was great. They gave us all a bottle of Blanco and Rosé to like kind of fool around with cocktails. I did a cocktail competition. USBG did a cocktail competition. Like, there was a lot of different people that were reaching out.
Have you ever entered a cocktail competition?
I did. I mean,
you
was
won today.
really hungover.
Do you need a plaque? We'll
there we go. I won poor decisions. I'm glad I got that.
Choices.
Oh, choices. That's right. Choices.
You made a poor decision coming here. It's called.
Yeah. That's right. The decision was done. The choice was here. But yeah, I mean, I did that, and that was. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, it was a great part. And I was sad for like the first 2 weeks. It was kind of like insane. We didn't know when the end was. The end wasn't anywhere near. Like, and then, like it started getting to be ordinary. I mean, it was just like, okay, when like I started doing other things, activities, biking, hiking, camping, all this other stuff that I was like, wow, I can do this. And I have the time to do it. Like, why not? And like making cocktails and cooking and all this other stuff that I didn't realize, you have plenty of time to do it. You just don't get up and do it because you have to go to work in 4 hours or whatever.
And you get in that pattern and that rut. And so, I mean, if there is something good that came out of this pandemic, it was, hey,
yeah. And we all reached out to each other, like I said, and it was very communal, and we all kind of made sure that we were all okay. And as much as we weren't supposed to meet up with each other, every once in a while we'd go biking together or something like that, like at a distance, obviously. And it really helped. I mean, it was a great way, and I really think these 2 months for me passed by pretty quickly until the end. Like right now, it's crazy.
This is a whole different chapter of 2020,
insane.
But like you said, it kind of went. I mean, it was a long 2 months, but it did. When it was done, it was nice.
I mean, there were bad days and good days, but there was primarily good days. So I was happy for that until the bad days came in again, and we're in this now, and we're kind of like all these businesses are trying to open again, and we're kind of like hitting a wall, and it's insane.
Those boards to come off and. Yeah. People stop looting, and we can really get this summer started.
Absolutely.
Try to get more good days ahead,
Exactly.
Absolutely.
That's what we're all like aiming for, I suppose.
Sweet.
Well,
awesome.
thank you for coming in. We're gonna probably call a wrap on this segment, but we really appreciate you being here.
One more
and
cheers.
Showing us
Yeah.
this. Cheers, guys.
Thank you
Paula.
so much.
Really appreciate you coming in.
So people can find you. Pooh, what?
It's Look, It's Pooh.
Look, It's Pooh.
All one word. On Instagram or on Reddit. It's Paulette. On Facebook, I don't really use Facebook, but it's Paulette Avalar Montano. I'm here in Long Beach.
And are you selling things in packages that people know about? Like, I mean, I'm making this up, like $20 for 4 versions.
Essentially, I started off with $15 a jar. It's been popular. I was thinking about going to 20. At this point, I don't really care. So I'm just gonna do $15 a jar, and then tips are always included or not necessary. But
people hit her up. We're not lying. These were actually really good. So you guys want some creative for this weekend?
Sell them on the gondola.
Yeah,
There you go.
Boom.
Line them up.
The poo package.
Cool.
So what I did, what was it? The hibiscus rosemary. You can do gin, agave spirit, which is like a mezcal or tequila, vodka. I did the cucumber paloma, tequila or mezcal. One of my favorites probably is the matcha painkiller. I just love the painkiller.
Matcha painkiller?
Matcha painkiller was super tasty. I mean, painkiller, essentially if you're a tiki nerd, then it's going to be your OJ, your cocoa, and your pineapple with some rum. But it's always Pussers. Made sure of that. And then I put some matcha in there because I'm a huge fan of matcha. Like a huge fan. I don't know why, but I love matcha. I don't like green tea or tea itself, but when it comes to matcha, I'm all about it. And I love that
green
flavor.
tea powder, right?
Yeah. Well, like we said, if we ever decide to start a podcast, we'd love to have you on. But thanks for these drinks.
Yep.
And
second time around.
Someday.
Yeah. Cool. Awesome. Well, thank you so much.
Oh, of course, guys.
Later.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, that was pretty awesome.
Yeah. Thanks, Paulette, for coming out.
Yeah. Holy shit.
If only people understood how production works.
Yeah, hey, Drew, you need to learn your acting skills.
Game face, bro.
Game face, buddy.
You know, I put on Oscar performance.
Those are some amazing cocktails.
Let's debate some food.
But now we're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into the meat of it, as they say. But sorry, terrible jokes. My wife tells me all the time.
Terrible.
Boo this man.
My wife tells me all the time she didn't marry me for my jokes. So, we have 4 different burritos, as we mentioned at the beginning of the show. Drew, you want to go over those again one more time?
Yeah. Okay. So I ordered a California burrito, but with al pastor in it, and then I got a shrimp something burrito.
It looked like maybe a shrimp fajita burrito.
I don't know. It had another name to it, but it was delicious.
Shrimp burrito from El Sauz.
El Sauz, yeah.
Sauz.
Those were what they were famous for. And then Taqueria, which is the go-to. Carne asada, all meat, and a California burrito from there.
So,
cool.
A good head-to-head matchup there.
Yeah,
right?
we got burrito versus burrito. We got 2 per.
There's a lot of characteristics that go to a burrito, too. Like tortilla quality. You got crispy, soft. You got, is it big chopped up little pieces of meat? Is it the long ones like taco surf on second? There's a lot of different characteristics you can do with food. So let's break apart these ones and see what we like.
All right, so we each have a bite, a burrito on our plate. So we all have 4 bites sitting here. I know you can't see that, but what do we want to start with first? What do we want to go? Straight carne asada?
Let's do straight carne asada.
Straight carne.
So you got that one. We got this one. Which one? Where is this from again, Drew?
Taqueria.
Taqueria straight carne asada.
If you're a Long Beach local, you've been here long enough. You've been here. It's good. So I haven't had meat in a couple weeks. This is glorious.
I'm on mute.
Life is good right now.
Bright, if you couldn't hear that, Bryce said he's on mute. His one bite was like 3.
I thought his mic broke again.
So, Drew, what do you think of that?
I like that one. You can't.
It's like a classic.
It's almost like a Long Beach staple. I feel like.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Southern California, maybe staple.
Yeah.
You can tell it's flame grilled, and a lot of lime to it.
There's a lot of lime to it.
Really good.
A lot of lime.
I feel like that. It's almost.
Did you put the little hot sauce
nothing,
on it?
Yes, delicious.
Taqueria signature cups right there.
That lime on there, I feel really gives it that good citrus flavor that complements the meat really well. So
I feel like if you're ordering
for straight carne asada,
yeah, I feel like you're ordering carne asada, like burrito, like that's if you drew it up,
benchmark right there.
Yeah, that's benchmark. That's like right where you want it to be. So, I would eat that all day long. Where are we going? Are we gonna stick to the same restaurant? Or are we gonna switch it up?
Let's go the other side.
Flippy floppy. What are we doing?
Let's do the California burrito.
The El Pastor.
The Al Pastor California burrito.
Yeah.
So this was pretty good.
Good fries.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can't go wrong there. But I like a simple burrito. So this one's kind of, you got rice, you got everything in it, sour cream, this, that, left, right. So there's a lot going on here if you're into that kind of burrito. But I like more of the all meat type of thing from a.
I don't know.
That's pretty fucking good.
That was pretty amazing. I kind of like that they took it up a notch. I like that they got creative.
I think the sub pastor, next level. That's a front runner right there. I like that.
Be eating food right
That's
now.
that's a damn good.
Note to self: don't not eat all day and then do a food podcast because everything's gonna taste amazing.
Hangry was a real thing.
Yeah, no, I think that definitely that one's
the fries are like seasoned.
Mm-hmm.
Who recommended this place again? Because go him.
Yeah, who recommended this one?
Gender bong conforming.
Right.
Gender bong.
Not gonna ask that question again.
So clearly they like to eat a lot when they get the munchies.
This guy knows his shit.
Mm-hmm.
Or girl. Or person.
Yeah.
They, them, whatever. Whoever they are. Good.
Mad respect. Thank you.
Shout out to you. That was fucking. That's number 1 for me right now.
Okay, and then what else we got here, Drew? We got another carne asada.
Where are we going? We going back to the other place?
Yeah.
No.
There's 2 carne asadas. That had to be.
No. There's 2 Californias and a shrimp and a carne asada.
Yeah,
so we'll go flip it back over. Go to back California from Taqueria.
Mm-hmm.
Taqueria.
Did I eat that one? Oh no, it's right here.
We have the shrimp.
And last, yeah.
That's a good job we have. Hard to have a bad day at work when just to eat.
Don't worry. When we show this later, I'm going to be overlaying the images I took earlier of Drew opening the burritos, so you can see.
Keep the audio of us chewing though.
I know it's your favorite part.
Okay. That ASMR type things, or you just
fries are unseasoned on that one.
How can you tell?
Because they're just bland. They're bland.
Look at me.
Right.
I have eaten my fair share of California burritos.
I think I've had too much hot sauce in my life. My are just.
I think that one I love the shrimp flavor, but like
good tortilla.
The rest of it is a bit bland.
Wait, which one did you eat?
I thought we were eating the shrimp one, the shrimp California. No.
What do you mean shrimp California?
I don't know. Apparently I messed it up.
You ate the shrimp burrito?
You can see my plate.
I ate the California burrito. Drew's plate's a fucking disaster.
It's all good, right? I'll taste the same going down.
Okay.
So I was supposed to eat this one? Well, here we go. At least I have a little bit of both left, so...
When I said the fries were unseasoned, that didn't tip you off that I wasn't eating the shrimp burrito?
This is why we can't eat in little bites.
This is going so great.
Bryce, why didn't you have the idea where we eat later? Love you, buddy.
Oh, now I know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Now that I had the real one. Did you just eat the shrimp one?
Yes. Yeah.
So now we've all had all four.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's like a red sauce they put in there.
Mm-hmm. The shrimp has got great flavor.
Really good.
The shrimp is really good.
Good tortilla.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what else is in there. Maybe some veggies. Definitely onion.
There's some beans in there.
Rice, beans.
That's what it is.
There's some beans in there. I'm not a big beans guy, but I'm taking one for the team.
I approve of everything.
That's a good fight. That's good though. All right.
So,
what do you think? What was your favorite?
I'm gonna go Taqueria.
Taqueria?
Yeah.
You're putting them over the toppy?
Yeah.
That's it? What was
I don't know, like I said,
what was the better? What was the better one?
Taqueria all carne asada.
All carne asada?
Yeah.
By the way,
with a little red sauce.
El Sauz, those burritos were massive. Huge. So the size was
it was for two.
Substantial. I think my number one was the
I guess
California Sub Pastor.
We should have talked about size. So if you're starving, go to El Sauz because
that was another thing a lot of people said.
Baby arm.
Along with Morgan from Yelp, who I've been in contact with. She was like one of her first things she said on there was, she was like, "This is a great place to go after you've been drinking," and you can definitely tell that if you've
are they open late?
You have so right now with the curfew.
Sounds like
they were kind of, nice but I think they go sometimes till midnight, maybe later on the weekends. But it seemed like she was saying like, hey, if you've had a long night of drinking, you stop by this place, you get a burrito, and you're going to be less hungover in the morning because you're still digesting this bad boy. But
absolutely.
California Sub Pastor, that's one of the best burritos I've had in a while.
I don't think I've had anything like it before.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had the El Pastor, I've had a California burrito, but like you put it all together and their flavors are on point. So I think you're getting a little overruled here, buddy. I know it's just personal opinion, but...
Oh, no, I won. I always win.
What's the name of the game? I win.
Yeah, I win.
So, no, I mean, Burrito Research Burrito Challenge, we got 2 against 1. But I think that...
I'll give it up to El Sauz.
At the end of the day, there are no losers because this shit was awesome.
No, and this is the thing. It was just 2 restaurants that we picked out of probably 100 in Long Beach. And there's so many more we want to try, and there were so many recommendations we got on Reddit that I have all written down that we will get to eventually. But it was getting overwhelming at some point. So the feedback we got was really appreciated.
Also, with everything that's been going on, we had to see what was actually open, what was boarded up, everything. So these guys are at least still open.
Yeah, so with the protest, with COVID and everything, it was a pretty smooth operation for getting the burritos. Did you call in ahead of time?
Taqueria, because the other one took so long.
Okay.
So. And same thing, line was around the block, just like normal. So people are out eating, which is cool.
Awesome. So it's good. And yeah, again, we're supporting local businesses.
Yeah, I was almost scared there was going to be issues getting food after all the riots the last couple of days.
Yeah.
No.
Glad to see that they're, still doing good.
Very cool. Well, this kind of puts cherry on the first episode with our food review.
Yep.
Not just us hanging out, shooting the shit, but I definitely like it. We're going to get better.
Whole new direction we're taking this thing. Obviously, we need to perfect some things, but
we won't let Drew eat in advance.
We're going to get pretty fat in this podcast. I just want you all to know that. So this beautiful figure I have, I want you to take it in right now. Take it in.
What beautiful figure. Shout out our exercise podcast. We're also going to need to start just to fucking maintain.
Barry's Boot Camp starts tomorrow morning live.
Wait, that's a real place though.
Larry's Boot Camp.
Larry's Boot Camp. Other Barry's Boot Camp.
Other Barry's.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. Yeah.
Here we go.
All right.
That was fun. Thanks again to Paulette for coming out.
Absolutely.
I really appreciate her and give her a big shout out on the Instagram. And we look forward to getting out to the Ordinary Old English Style and the Bamboo Club to visit her and bring her business and have maybe more collaborations in the future.
Absolutely. And we'll bring some more topics next time and some other things to the table. But make sure to chime in on Instagram or on Reddit and let us know where you want to see featured. So
hit that subscribe button because let's get out in your ears.
Very cool. Thanks, guys.
Bye.
This episode of Make Poor Choices is brought to you by the LB Crew. Hosted by Bryce Marquis, Derek Belial, and Drew St. Marie. With special guest Paulette Avelar Montano. Edited by Derek Belial. For more information and episodes, please visit lbcrew.com/make-poor-choices.